Okay, Stephanie, can you briefly introduce yourself? Tell
My
me a little bit more about yourself. Yeah.
okay. So my name is Stephanie, and I'm 31 this year. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Okay, Stephanie. So you're 31, so I believe that you would have actually previously worked somewhere prior to applying. We've seen your resume. You want to tell us a little bit more about your previous work experiences as well as the reason or motivation to join us as a financial advisor at the AIA Group?
Okay. So previously I used to work in events. So I did like children workshops and children related events like birthdays and all. And yeah, so what made me want to come into this industry is because I wanted to learn more about insurance and like how we can use insurance to actually plan our future.
Right. So I'm just curious, right? So early childhood, you were saying, or children-related events and industry. These are things that are slightly a little, not very far, because in the financial advisory sector, we do have events as well, right? But it is still quite a far-fetched difference, right? So why would you choose this industry? Is it because of something that you've studied or things like that? Or it's just that maybe you're curious, you want to share a little bit more on that?
Yeah, I think I'm more curious to find out what this industry has to offer. Yeah.
Is that because of your education with regards to your I understand you have done with business administration and management. You've also done accountancy in NITEC, if I'm not wrong, higher NITEC. So is that the reason, like, is that why you are very keen in doing insurance or things like that?
Yeah, financial related, yes.
Yes. Okay, so that, would you consider that your strength?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And now, I want to ask you, right? How would you describe your personality in about 3 to 5 words?
My personality, I would say I am rather an introvert.
Introvert.
Yeah,
Right.
but I am someone who is persistent, so I'm resilient, so I won't give up easily. Yep.
Right. So introvert, persistent, and resilient. You say.
Yeah.
Right. Nice. Okay. So can I also check? Do you prefer working independently or in a team? Do you want to share why would you prefer working in a team or individually?
Actually, I would say I don't mind both. Yeah, because independently I can do things on my own. I believe I can do things on my own. Also, I can work together as a team because I do have experience working as a team previously, so I don't see any issues with working either way.
Right. Okay, that's great. So, can I ask you, how do you actually um, handle rejection from clients? Because you know that selling insurance is a customer facing job where you talk to people, and I mean, you can give them a whole pitch, and then thereafter they'll say it's okay, I'll consider, and all that kind of thing. And then when you reach out to them and they from what they seem at the start interested, sooner or later they may not seem interested anymore, or suddenly there's a radio silence and things like that, right? These are the real life situations that insurance agents go through or financial advisors go through. So how do you think you can actually handle that?
I think rejections are very common, but you don't stay there feeling demotivated or upset about it. I think you need to pick yourself up and just continue doing. One rejection shouldn't put you down. Like, you can keep on going, and there will definitely be a yes in the midst of all the no's. So yeah.
Okay, that's great. Thank you for sharing. Right, and yeah, I think I just wanted to find out a little bit more. Are you comfortable generally in following a structured plan, or do you prefer being flexible and spontaneous? What is your working style? Do you need structure, or how do you think you can go around it?
I would say I prefer structure because I think I work better with structure. So planning out what I need to do and all that, I think it will be much more better for me.
Right. Okay. And how do you actually respond to stressful situations at work?
First of all, I think you need to take a pause and calm yourself first, and like maybe take a short break, like for coffee or whatever, and then relax yourself before you handle the situation again. I think you can just taking your mind off that situation first will help you to actually think better, in my opinion. So once you take your break and then you calm yourself down, I think you'll be able to handle the situation better.
Right.
Yeah.
Can, yes, of course, taking a breather is so important, right? Can, just a few more questions, right, Stephanie? Thank you. So, how do you actually approach new client? Because this job is all about sales, right? So sometimes you do have leads, sometimes you have to create your leads or find your leads. So how do you actually, when you have a lead, how do you approach them?
Uh, First of all, I think is approaching them with mind to sell is not the way I do things.
Right.
I approach my clients to create a relationship with them, and so it's more of a casual conversation in the beginning, and getting to know them, so that I can create a good relationship with them before I actually move on to talking about sales or anything. So the main thing for me when I approach them is to actually create a relationship rather than just going in to sell something. Yeah.
Understand. Okay, so now that you mentioned relationship, right? So the next question is pretty much related as well. So what in relationships we need to build trust, right? With our customers, and can you just share with me what are the strategies that you usually use?
With clients, I think you need to find a common ground first, and then once you find a common ground to speak to them, I think they will be able to open up to you, and and to build trust is, it takes effort to build trust. So like small little things that you do actually can help you with building the relationship with the client, like a simple thing as even remembering their birthdays, or when they speak, remembering the little details that they actually tell you, and making the effort to actually be there for them and listening to them, it also helps to build a relationship with the client. Yep.
Hmm. So remembering the details and
Details,
all
yes,
that,
little details.
right? So just to check in with you, so do you normally do follow-ups with your client? Because like I shared earlier, right? So it's or even like what you shared even, so it's not always not the during our first time that we meet our clients, it's you don't go there with the mindset to sell, right? It's more of relationship building and understanding the client. So then how then would you do some follow-ups? Do you have any strategies with for that?
Usually I follow up firstly by just asking them how they are, and then see if they're interested for another meeting, whether they would like to actually meet up to just talk, and then or if they are if they have any questions or problems that they actually want to solve, because I believe that insurance is not just to for, it's not just used as a like something to sell, but it's more of like a solution to the problems that the clients may have. So first of all, we need to actually find out what are the problems that they are facing, and how can we bring in insurance to actually um, provide that solution for them. So the follow up would most probably be asking them like what are their needs, or what are some issues that they have that they may want to solve, and how we can use insurance to actually help them solve their issues. Yeah.
Can understand. Right, so that's a problem solving method, you
Yeah.
see. Right. Okay, so now, um, how do you actually stay motivated when sales targets are not met, or when your KPIs for yourself, or for example for your team, the contributions may not be sufficient? These are very stressful situations, right? In whichever industry that we are, when our KPIs are not met, how do you actually stay motivated?
If for myself, I listen to a lot of motivation like podcasts, and I watch motivation YouTube uh, channels as well. So it kind of helped me to shift my mind from being negative to being positive. And also sometimes it's good to actually talk to someone. So if I'm not doing well, then I probably would find someone in my team or my manager to actually talk to them and see what I can do to improve myself, and see if there's any issues that I might be facing personally. When I'm actually doing a presentation or something, if I'm not doing it properly, how can I improve it and all that. Maybe it could have been my presentation. It could have been something during the conversation that I said that may not have led to the closing. So I would share that with my manager, and then try to get feedback from them, and or my team members, and then move on from there and see what I can do to improve myself. And probably in the next appointment, I would follow what they say, and then make it better. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so now thank you for sharing. Okay, so do you prefer short-term wins or long-term client relationships?
I would choose the latter, which is the long-term client relationships, because I believe that insurance is not something that you just do it one time and then it is like over. I feel that it is a long-term thing, because you are part of their life, and they will need you in many stages of their life. So having a long-term relationship with them will actually help not just myself, but I think will help them as well, because I will be able to guide them through their different life stages, rather than just doing it once and disappearing, and then they will be at loss, because they will not be able to understand maybe certain things, and then they might want someone to explain it to them, but they don't have a agent to actually go to or to ask questions. So I think that having a good relationship with my clients will help me to actually uh, be in their different life stages, and also in the future, if they need help, they can always be able to come back to me. So yeah.
Fantastic. So, can you also describe a situation when or where you had to persuade a difficult client?
There are many clients who will actually ask a lot of questions, but they may or may not buy from you. So it's actually very common, but explaining to them and understanding their situation and handling like their objections in a way would actually be able to you will be able to eventually persuade them, in that sense, because you answer their objections and handle it without being frustrated. I think sometimes when clients ask a lot of questions, sometimes we might get frustrated by it, but I think being patient is very important, and being able to handle their objections, like if they are unable to make decisions there and then, maybe we can give them the time to make the decision, or also not push them to buy the whatever product or whatever we tell them to, but rather explain to them and make them understand the situation, rather than pushing the products to them. So sometimes, yeah, they can be difficult, they can be stubborn in a way, and they might reject you, but I think you can still, as long as you're able to give them the assurance that that the product that you're presenting or giving them actually solves their issue, then I think even the most difficult client should be able to be persuaded. So as long as you are confident and you are you know what they need, you understand what they need, and when you are able to overcome their objections, I think you will easily persuade even the most difficult clients.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing, Stephanie.